Hello and welcome to your Daily 5. I'm Greg Harmon, founder and president of Dragonfly Capital Management. At Dragonfly Capital, we manage money for clients in separately managed accounts under a master account at Interactive Brokers. We do that using technical analysis as a main tool and apply an options overlay to manage risk and maintain appropriate exposure to markets. If managing your money is not something you want to do, I also offer a newsletter where it's possible for you to see the dynamics of how to potentially trade your own account using these same techniques. Each week, the newsletter comes out with a technical analysis of 10 trade ideas, stops, triggers, and profit targets, as well as option strategies to take advantage of them. Today, I want to focus on something that everyone should be doing in a market that is kind of like we are right now. So today's Thursday, August 19th. We are one day away from August monthly options expiration. And we are in the midst of a broad market sell-off over the last couple of days, a little bit of a rebound today. We've actually seen this pattern happen for the last several months, at least June, July, and May as well, where we've had markets pulling back going into the options expiration for the monthly contract. And what can you do when that's happening? If you're a long-only portfolio, you sit on your hands. Maybe you go to the beach since it's the summer. But what maybe you should be doing is instead looking for those stocks that are showing relative strength, meaning that they are standing up, they are not dropping, they're holding tight, consolidating, or even moving higher in a weak market. These are stocks that should start to outperform as the market starts to turn. So last night after the close, after our horrible close on Thursday, closing off at the lows, I did some work and found 5 stocks that I think are worth taking a look at and charted them up. Now, we're already halfway through the day here, so we can talk a little bit about how this is working out as well. But let's take a look at these stocks. First one, Avis Budget Group. You can see here why this is showing relative strength. We've got a high that was made in June and a pullback, a classic candlestick pattern here, reversal pattern on a morning star formation. And now the stock back testing this high price again. We've got momentum continuing to move higher in the MACD and the RSI, both in bullish ranges. And if we look at the volume weighted price, or the volume by price, we see that we're getting into areas, well, obviously this is at all-time highs, so there's no volume above it. But the volume's been as a support system and a resistance system has been waning as it's moved higher. So as markets are moving lower, here we've got CAR, Avis Budget Group, holding in at its all-time high. Look for a move over 95 to trigger an actual buy situation, even if the market does continue to move lower. The second one, Lowe's. So home improvement company had made a relative higher high compared to May back here in July, and then pulled back. Came into its earnings the day before earnings, sold off hard to the downside. That sell-off happened to coincide with Home Depot reporting the day before, and it was a sympathy sell-off. But after reporting their own earnings, rocketed back higher. So some of you may recognize this 2-candle pattern as a kicker formation, where we open at roughly the same spot on both days, but move in opposite directions. It's a continuation pattern to the upside. Lows now holding and triggering over that 200 spot 80 level, making new highs from July. We've got the RSI turning up here, moving back firmly into the bullish zone, and we've got the MACD here after going through a kink, moving back up and heading towards crossing into positive. So here's one that looked good as relative strength on that strong move yesterday and is following through today. Another one with the same situation is Netflix. Netflix dropped ahead of the market from a lower high, series of lower highs, but a lower high in July, dropped down and had bounced back up and was consolidating under resistance. So now, as the market is selling off this week, Netflix is actually rising back up to resistance. We see the RSI also pushing back up through the midline and heading back towards more firmer ground into the bullish zone, and the MACD crossing up. This was setting up perfect for a move over 525 to trigger a buy. And Netflix is responding rapidly today, back up here around 540 as I'm recording today. Fourth stock showing relative strength, New York Times. So we've got the gap up that happened in the beginning of August and consolidation here. And not just consolidation the last few days, but strength moving back up to the high of that gap up as markets are continuing to level off and pull back. We've got a strong MACD, nowhere near crossing back down yet. And we've got RSI just slightly into overbought territory. I know that a lot of people think about the RSI over 70 and say, there's no way I can buy this, but look at how flat this is. This is just strength. This is not strong overbought momentum. So on this one, a move over 49 would be a clear buy signal, and it's moving that way today. Finally, we've got U.S. Steel. And U.S. Steel had a tremendous run up from October into the early part of the year, a slight pullback, and then made a high in May. We've pulled back and retested that high once, pulled back to a lower low, and now retesting that high again. U.S. Steel is actually not having a great day today, pulling back a bit, but still holding within this flag that's going on, but at the lower end of the flag right now. So still want to keep a watchful eye on, but a move over 30 would be the buy signal here. We still have strong momentum with the MACD moving up and with the RSI firmly into the bullish zone. So that's my daily 5. That's what I'm doing during this pullback, looking for strength in relative terms to the market. What are you doing? Thanks for watching.
Hey, Grayson Rose here with StockCharts. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, consider giving it a like down below, maybe leave us a comment, and if you're new to the channel, you can subscribe at the link up above. We're gonna bring you daily content from an incredible collection of technical analysts and financial experts.